This really is a very strange case. In 1898, Osborne purchased an area of land near Jugiong, a flyspeck of a town in southern New South Wales known only because it's where cricketing great Richie Benaud played his first game of cricket. On the land were some sheep which belonged to Catherine Lloyd. Her husband retrieved the sheep from that land, but the new landowner Osborne reported him for sheep stealing. He was arrested, the sheep were impounded by police, and even though the charges against Lloyd were dropped, the sheep were returned to Osborne. Mrs. Lloyd's solicitor then wrote to Osborne, demanding that he return the sheep. He ignored the demand, and so Mrs. Lloyd sued in detinue. This, of course, is an action in tort law which allows the true owner of property to demand the return of their property and then to seek the assistance of the court if the demand is not complied with. The court, however, refused the order. Chief Justice Darley said the demand is not sufficient. The letter says you will at once deliver to her or her agent all the sheep, but it does not say where they are to be delivered, nor does it say who the agent is. Is Mr. Osborne to drive the sheep into Jugiong for delivery to this lady? The law casts no such duty on him. If the letter of demand had said you must deliver the sheep to the bearer of this letter, and the bearer had then gone to Mr. Osborne and demanded the sheep, and Mr. Osborne had then done nothing, there would have been sufficient evidence of a demand and a refusal. But this demand was insufficient, in that it does not state where the sheep are to be delivered or to whom. From this case, we learn that to make out a case in detinue, a mere demand is insufficient. The demand must set out where and when and to whom the goods are to be delivered. And if that involves any amount of travel, it seems that the burden of that travel will fall upon the person making the demand, rather than upon the person who has their property. The case does, however, also establish that a demand need not actually be refused. Ignoring the demand is sufficient to provide a basis for an application in detinue.